polling venues will be polling, and our focus is to win the election on time. Find them to choose the right candidate. Especially this time when there's an election.
The FBC 2014 election special. You are number one with us.
Good morning, Fiji, and welcome to our special bulletin for the 2014 general election. We're now going to join our journalist Maggie Boyle, who's down at the National Tallying Centre, for an update on the counting and tallying process. Maggie, what's the latest from your end?
Good morning, Jackie, and good morning, viewers. Well, it's been 48 hours since the election, and so far results, there's been a bit of a standstill. They're still coming in. I can tell you, as of 1 p.m. yesterday, when we last received provisional results, here was the standing. 1,281 polling stations had been counted at this point of the 2,025. At this point, provisional results, I reiterate that, Fiji First came in with 239,261 votes. Still way ahead of the pack. In second was Sodelpa, 106,406. Then we had NFP in third place with 22,446. PDP, 14,027. The Fiji Labour Party with 9,530. The One Fiji Party, 5,411. And the FUFP Party, 686. Not forgetting our independents in this race as well. Rashika Deo with 851 votes and Umesh Chandra with 173. Now, at this point, we had 397,891 votes counted of a possible 550,000 votes, registered voters. Now, we were still waiting, of course, for further provisional figures to be released, and the Supervisor of Elections is still making his way here to the Tallying Centre, which is where I am. And yesterday, of course, we had a fair bit of controversy somewhat. We had 5 political parties calling for the suspension of all counting and verification of the electoral processes. Now, they're claiming electoral fraud, and this, of course, yesterday the Supervisor of Elections, Mohammed Saneem, had in the afternoon said he had yet to receive an official complaint from these parties, so we'll get updates on that today. Now, insofar as the provisional count goes, and remembering these are provisional figures, the breakdown insofar as the 50-member parliament, which we're looking forward to, we've got from these figures, Fiji First comes in with about 33 seats, Sodelpa with 14, and NFP with 3 seats in what would be our new parliament. Again, we'll have to verify these. Once we have official figures, then we can actually give you the actual breakdown of parliament. But back to the count, Jackie, and one of the questions being asked is, why now are results taking so long to come in? We had results every half hour after polling, at the end of polling day, of course, which is when the count started. Now, at this point, we've been told that these results will take a couple of days to come in because we're moving from provisional results to official results. And what this means is that now the ballot boxes are starting to arrive. The counting centre, of course, is at Vodafone Arena, which we'll get some pictures of you too soon. But they're actually going over the ballot papers, so physically counting and reconciling the numbers that have been phoned in. So this is one of the reasons why it's going to take a couple of days before we get results, and we're moving away from provisional results to official results, which will then give us a real idea of the actual votes, the actual number of voters that did actually turn out to vote on the 17th of September. What I also can tell you, yesterday what happened, we had the multinational observer group come out with a preliminary statement, and they have called the elections credible. They've gone so far as to say that it's on track to broadly represent the will of the Fijian voters, and that conditions were in place for Fijians to exercise their right to vote freely. Of course, the multinational observer group, otherwise known as MOG, comprised of 92 members from 13 different countries. So that was their report, and this happened around the same time that the 5 political parties as well released their statement on their issues to do with what they find, what they're calling electoral fraud and a systematic breakdown of the electoral system. So that's the report I have for you at this point. Jackie, stay with us for more.
Thanks so much for that update, Maggie. That's it for now, but you can join us again at 6 p.m. for our major bulletin for the day. Remember, we have bulletins running on all our 6 radio stations: Radio Fiji 1, Radio Fiji 2, Today FM, Gold FM, Mirchi FM, and Bull FM. In the meantime, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos of the election on email citizens@fbc.com.fj, or share it with us via Facebook page, FBC News. And if you're on Twitter, follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC News or simply hashtag FBC News. Until then, you have yourselves a lovely Friday. Bye for now.
All the polling venues will be polling, and our focus is to win the election on time. By them to just the right candidate. Especially this time when there's an election.
The FBC 2014 election special. You are number 1 with us.